Well, we'll take a short break.
Armados, round
It's an
chaves,
elimination
né?
match, and
Então,
Optic has the
excelente
lead,
round
but
da
flip
equipe
side,
canadense.
they're tactical. We'll see if they can get back into it.
Armados, round
It's an
chaves,
elimination match, and
então,
Optic has the
excelente
lead,
round
but
da
flip
equipe
side,
canadense.
they're tactical. We'll see if they can get back into it. Side with 9-6. As it was all to play for, and Mixwell was really the one stepping up to make this all possible. A lot of opening kills, some of which were gifted to him by over-aggression on Flipside's part.
I would say absolutely there. It seems like they were really adamant on pushing that main entrance position. There was no real reason to. It was the first early gun rounds there. They're trying to do too much at the start. They did 2 rounds in a row. They were key as well. After winning the pistol, only getting 6 rounds of CT, that's pretty disappointing. They go into the second half here. We say they are the more convincing team in terms of tactical approach. On your screen right now, Mixwell, 108 ADR. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty nuts for someone like him. Obviously, wasn't even a big name in terms of the way he played in Europe. Everyone knew he was very talented. NA was perfect for him, I think. Go over there, refine himself as a player, get himself in the team.
I think Barcelona was a big step for him in terms of that, because he played very well at that tournament. That was his first sort of international exposure in some ways that, you know, there was a lot of people watching that tournament, and it led to where he is now. But you're right, he was well known. He was well known within the PUG scene, in the, you know, the Face It Pro League scene at times. So interesting to see that develop, and a lot more players now that salaries are viable moving over to that NA for opportunity.
Well, let's see if Flipside can bounce back here. They've got 3 sets of armor, very similar buy to what we saw from Optic, 2 smokes as well. It's actually quite a similar setup here, because 2 players towards Ivy, 3 towards the inside area, but the bomb's on the other side this time.
And it's Stanislaw and Nafly that are playing out toward Ivy this time. Remember, that's where it was all foiled for Optic. But as you mentioned, very crucially, the bomb is at ladder. And I actually like that more a little bit in the strategy, because it gives it the option. If they can find the opening picks, great, go A. If not, it's in a fast position to hit B.
There is the option there from the Ivy players to go towards the back track to CT and actually go through spawn. That's a very interesting idea, but they're backing off right now. Maybe they're just going towards Ivy for the initial push from the CTs actually there to challenge it, take down that initial aggression. But like I said, it's always much of a better idea to actually stick together as a 5-man unit when you're going towards these bomb sites. Go together, you're guaranteed a bomb pile on that stage, and you have a chance to hold it off as well. Interesting enough though, Optic have 2 HE grenades. They're not for the smoke. Obviously we have that for the post-plant Molotov, but they have the airstrike available when the bomb's planted. That could be pretty interesting.
And Daps and Nafly are the ones holding them, but they're spread out right now. 2 smokes, and as they group on B, this indicates to me 1 at connector, potentially through the roof. There it is, and the second toward the sidewalk. Actually, I take that back. The second one's actually to cover off the second alley so that they can cross the bomb over faster, but they don't anticipate Rush, who's up close behind the spools. Bomb drop, no one to follow that up for a trade. It's Waylander who actually has to change obligation and turn back, change his responsibility and his role in the round, but it's going to be Mixwell to get Markelov as it comes down to a man advantage for Optic Gaming. And this time, potentially more to work with, but bomb goes down, and Shara getting up close. He's the high HP player in all this. He gets taken by Stanislaw, but he slowed them a little bit. Kit still on Nafly, 2 HP, and Blade's going to try and play the high ground.
Yeah, but with 10 HP in his possession, and they know exactly where it is at this point, one fake defuse will have to draw him out. There it is, he goes down. There's not really many options there. Once you've committed to the lower ramp area, you've obviously got upper or lower. That's it. It's 50-50. They need to land one bullet. They do it as he comes out. And it's the bomb going down on the flip side, like I said. Even though they don't win the round, they do have something to work with going forward. So still not out of it just yet, but that was pretty good. We saw Rush there, playing the Spools area, baited in by his teammates. They run straight past him. Bomb didn't go down initially, but they get it down in the end.
An SMG buy, interestingly enough, they're going heavy on the SMGs.
Those HEs, I kind of speculated that was for the stopping the bomb going down. Actually, I think threw those a little bit prematurely as well. As soon as they saw them coming down lower ramp, they threw them towards that area. I think once you know they're on the site, that's when you can really make them effective. I thought that'd be a really cool idea to actually stop the bomb going down itself, and that could have been cool, but didn't work out that way. Of course, flip side will be the full AK this round. They're going to the third with the AK, so if they can get a bomb down here, amazing. That'll be the best case scenario. Can't win the round. If they could somehow fake it out and get the bomb planted, maybe a couple of kills.
A resposta é simples, não uso HUD nenhum. Mas é diferente da tela que eu uso, o seu personagem lá embaixo fica se mexendo, a tela é menor, tem menos informações. É fácil, não precisa baixar nada. Para mudar...
O Pyro duas vezes passa pro meu lado e não apaga o fogo.
Exatamente. Para mudar...
O Pyro duas vezes passa pro meu lado e não apaga o fogo.
Exatamente. Para mudar, vocês vêm aqui em avançado, né? Aperta ESC, avançado, desce aqui a rolagem e vai em opções de interface. Para usar o que eu uso, vocês devem ativar essa caixa. Ativar interface minimalista e usar modelo do jogador na interface, tá? Provavelmente sua tela deve estar do jeito que eu vou mostrar aqui agora. Deve estar assim, certo? Olha lá, ó. Lá embaixo tem a bola, cutela, energia, etc. Então basta apertar ESC, novamente explicando, descer aqui, vai em avançado, descendo aqui opções de interface, ativar a interface minimalista, que vai limpar a tela, parar de bugar, mas veja que o personagem ali no canto inferior esquerdo, ele está imóvel, certo? E está lagando assim porque eu estou renderizando o vídeo. E se eu ativar a opção, não é opção G-Spot, é avançado. Usar modelo de jogador interface, ele vai começar a se movimentar, tá vendo? Então não precisa baixar nada, é no próprio Team Fortress 2 que tem isso, essas opções. Mas antes de usar essa interface, eu recomendo que vocês se acostumem com a padrão do jogo, porque talvez você fique um pouco perdido com a outra. É isso então, valeu, muito obrigado e até o próximo. A vida!
Not ready.
Man up, ladies! Thank you, Doctor.
Red alert activated.
Ready! Here I come! Thank you! Tension going up. Ow! Everybody ready? I'm moving this. Deploy a sentry here. There wasn't getting any lighter. Deploy a dispenser here. Moving out. Deploy a dispenser here. Deploy a dispenser here. Deploy a dispenser here. Backing up.
You have just manned up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alert! Do not let the ball exchange. Heads up, engineers. A sentry monster has entered the area. Alert! If they deploy the bomb, all is lost. Those robots have planted their bomb. Now find enough.
Thank you. Big shot. Who is not ready to fight? Ah! This? Ah! Oh!
Head armor against the AKs have established there's no SMGs available. They haven't killed anyone, so there's no possibility of that happening. Keep the armor. The upgraded pistols could be beneficial as well. So considering their HP, that's all they want to do at this point. Going to be falling back.
Question is now as well, we saw Flipside go for it and use the double op on the CT side when they were having trouble picking up rounds.
Yeah.
Does Optic try and do so themselves?
I would say so. The way things are going right now, they need to change things up. The M4s aren't working for them. Mixwell can't do this alone. He's kind of dropped off in the last 4 rounds. I would say it's almost certain they'll get the double orb set up at this point. They're limited themselves. The fact they got that armor as well. I don't see what the point behind that was, but let's see what they decide to do. Looks like they will not be going for the double orb setup. It's going to be Mixwell once again by himself. They have got smokes and incendiaries this time. It's a stronger bow. I haven't seen one like this in quite a while, but took a couple of rounds in. Took some ecos when they had opportunities to buy as well. I kind of wanted to see a little bit earlier on, but flip side with a ton of cash now, even after the rebuys. What did it? $13,000. Shara not far behind them, 12. It's pretty nuts how much money they've got going forward. They're pretty much set up for the rest of the game now.
Yeah, pretty significant detail. Waylander by default takes out windows so as to mask any possibility of a read, and smokes going in through it later on. Pretty default standard play. Mixwell and Daps both inside B, and Mixwell, the AWP is watching upper. As Daps gets more passive, they both have a potential to rotate quickly toward A if needed, as World Edit and Markelov start to push out toward the Ivy position. It's Nafly and Rush that would be able to set a crossfire, so long as Rush doesn't have to be preoccupied watching A main. That's where Blade could come into this. If they time it correctly, they could segregate Naf on this and try and walk in. They're not feeling confident on that flip side, still slowing it down. They've had good reads in the previous rounds, as you mentioned. Not even really giving up many kills to Optic.
Yeah, there's working the nice defaults here. There's been a lot of strange pushes from the CT side of both teams, in fact, and maybe being a little bit impatient and trying to end things quicker than they could, but our flip side haven't been presented with much. It's 40 seconds remaining. This looks like the inside play coming in right now. Still Markelov, he'll be towards Ivy for now, as his teammates do set up for that execution. Mixwell, you're going to be watching this like a hawk. As soon as these smokes come in, that's pretty much guaranteeing it's the last move for the flip side, and let's see if they can hold it off.
Well, they're going aggressively. Smoke and connector, second one on the alley to allow the cross. Daps has to focus on upper because of it, and that's smoked out as well. A quick smoke intentionally designed to allow a drop into the site. And that means Daps has no vision, no line of sight. As he tries to find just one to kill, he can't even spot it. It's Mixwell that now has the AWP fixed on Waylander. Stan may have found one, but that's not enough. And Waylander getting him in return as he spots the tracers coming through the smoke. It's all to play for flip side. And one kid on NAF. An AWP on Mixwell, a retake that's looking less and less likely as time goes on, but do find the shot on Blade. Watch the Kingfire potential coming in as they line up, and Rush gets two. It's all suddenly onto Markelov. He's got no Molotov from this position. He's already peeking it out, and Mixwell spots him with the AWP. Optic will not give up the lead.
What a retake that was from Optic. Just like you said, it looked like it was going horribly wrong with Rush. It's flip side. They're not playing defensive position. They're wanting to hit the duel. They're pushing down, which normally is the right idea to make, but you want to be doing that very early on the round. You want to establish those strong positions before the rotations come in. Unfortunately for them, they're actually doing it while the CT's already waiting there. They're actually hunting terrorists. They're running out of time. They need to find kills here. And that was kind of nuts for me for flip side. Bomb ticking away, just had to fall back and get towards the inner ramp, and Markelov left in a 3 versus 1. With the bomb of the state it was as well. If he found one kill, could have been enough. But Mixwell, once again, finding some form as he lands the final kill. As we 13-12 in favor of Optic, but once again, it's a full reset potential match. This isn't necessarily too much of a bad situation for flip side, but Rush does get the first kill here on the outside Rush.
Waylander takes down Stanislaw. Brings it back to 4 versus 4, but Mixwell again going to offset that. He's traded out as he gets caught out by the hitch. Good smoke entrance so far from flip side to allow them the position, and suddenly it's just Daps remaining. World Edit staring that smoke down. He walks in, and an easy kill picked up. 13-13, reset is hit.
Yeah, you can hear the roars behind us. They know how much that round wins. That's probably the first vocal indicator we've seen from that side of the pitch, but 13-13, and now Optic, they can't really afford to buy anything here. Flip side, potential double eco as well. You can see we've got 1600 on Mixwell, Sanazor on 2600. I think if they just take a full eco here, they can squeeze out a buy next round. Won't be the prettiest, but it'll be something to work with. This is looking like a huge advantage now for flip side. Like I said, they've got enough money to carry through the rest of the game now. So even if they were to drop the round after this, that reset potential just looms over them ever so slightly every single time.
Shot, World Edit, NAF just gives it to him.
Yeah. Didn't really fancy that round.
Yeah, I'm done. You guys have fun. I'll join you in the next one.
This is a full eco, to be fair. It was probably going to happen anyway. They've got a couple of deagles, that's it. But Stanislaw, okay, does something with it. Does take down Blade.
His positioning still very aggressive as well. He had a chance to try and flank out Shara, but World Edit waits for it.